guys, it's your girl Matt Cox with MA Couture Crafting. Thank you so much for joining me on another Quilt Run quilt store review. If you guys don't know, I am going to all the quilt stores that I can find in California. And I'm probably going to go all the way up to Oregon. I'm trying to get to Jordan Fabrics at some point, and it's only a hop, skip, and a jump away from LA, right? Right. So this journey takes me to Orange Quilt Bee, which is in Orange County, in the Orange County area, which is probably about 45 minutes, maybe an hour away from me. Orange Quilt Bee. Love this store. Let me tell you why. This is the second time that I've been to this store. I was introduced to this store on an actual quilt run, and I thought, well, that store is close, so I'll go check it out, and I enjoyed myself. I had a great time. I go in the store, and something that's different were that there were a lot of employees working at one time. Now, that's not something you see at a lot of different quilt stores. Like, a lot of the time, it might be one person in there, maybe two. No, there were several people, and they were all in the front, and they were taking care of business. And I come in, they greet me, hey, how you doing? Now, I am the weirdo with the camera, and I'm like, hey, do you guys mind if I take pictures and video? It was like, it was so weird. At least from my perspective, it was just odd. So I'm, me just standing there, and the owner's at the register, and I like her. I like her a lot. She's my kind of people, because she stops and she's thinking about it. Like, why? She said, what you gonna do with it? Love her for that. And so I told her what I'm doing and whatnot, and she's like, go ahead. And I explained that I cut the volume on everything. I won't get any of your customers. Nobody will be videotaped. She's like, all right, cool. I like her. She's a quilting gangster, let me tell you. I'm here for it. She came out and talked to me even more. And one of the cool things about her is how long they were actually able to stay open safely during this whole pandemic. She is about her business. She is about her people. She's about trying to keep this community going. She had classes going before anybody else did. She kept her store open probably longer than anybody else did, and they were able to do it in a safe manner. And I love that, and I respect that. And I want to just have us going out there and supporting that, because that's important. She did what she could do. So the actual store, you guys know I'm all ultra modern. This is not a super ultra modern store, in my opinion. They have one of the coolest classrooms, though. I like their classroom setup. It's large, it's spacious, it's open. And so when you go in there and they're having classes, you kind of feel like you're a part of it. But they kind of got a shabby chic kind of thing going on. Now, remember, everybody can't be Tulip Pink Cake Facet. I mean, she's got some Tulip Pink, she's got some Free Spirit in there, but everybody can't sell that because that's not necessarily their clientele. So I get it. Lots of notions. They're right in the door. I'm a notions girl. Something else that stands out about this store is all of the bag making supplies that they have. They have hardware, and you don't always see hardware in quilt stores. Sometimes you have to order that online. So it's great to know that I can get to a place that has hardware, specifically my By Annie hardware. That's not too far. Other than that, they have some patterns around. They have a couple of samples. Again, I really like their classroom. So if you want to check out Orange Quilt Bee, please do. Just keep watching. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. I love comments. I'm super chatty, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye. So in the front of the store, you have some pretty fabrics here. Definitely have the country feel to them, kind of shabby chic. You've got needles, and I've been saying if you see needles, you should just pick up a pack, because you do not want to run out of needles, and you should be changing them probably more often than you do. Got a nice bee panel right there, or bee quilt. I guess that's not a panel. Another sample quilt there. Lots and lots of notions here. They have a challenge winner from 2019 who did a nice double wedding ring right there. Another quilt. I love quilting samples and the pattern to make that right above. And then we have some threads here, some silky finished threads. Nice and full. Schmetz needles, all different kinds of needles. If you're looking for a needle, they probably have it. And then over here we have some more Mettler threads. And above that, the By Annie hardware. So happy to see that. And then here's the section of the store where I would want to hang out 24/7. They have sample bags here, bag patterns, the hardware for the bags, tons of samples of these bags, patterns for the bags, It's kind of like your catch-all bag table, in my opinion. They've got Auntie's 2 patterns. They have By Annie's patterns and many, many more. And behind me is their pattern wall with some cool patterns. You get a little bit of traditional patterns with more modern patterns, so on and so forth. They carry a bunch of different people, so no one designer over the other. Look at that fabric there, the patchwork. I like it. They also had some clothing patterns if you didn't just see them in that last shot. And they have baby fabrics for little baby quilts. And then as we go through the store, this is their polka dot section here. But as you go through the store, it's pretty much, I think it's color coded. It's got some stuff by brand. But I think, well, we'll see. Let's just go on together. I love those mugs that say size matters. I've seen one that's ginormous that says that on there. I'm probably going to get one at some point. Now, they have tons of florals and just, oh, there's some Tula Pink right there. Oh, this is their free spirit section because there's some Kaif right there also. So this is their free spirit. Look at those florals. Look at the bees. This reminds me of another quilt store that has the bee in the title. I think that's pretty popular. I could see how that works for quilters. The bees, get it? And then here we are in what I consider, I think, like the green section. This is when we get a little more color coded versus being brand oriented, I think. Some panels there. Look at that. Oh, those pinks were so pretty. This is the front of the store with some panels with some quilts on the back and some more patterns underneath the register. Nice large cash wrap here. They have some By Annie patterns down there at the bottom. And they have the newer release patterns, the 2.0s, in addition to some of her older patterns. Black and white section, also known as the MAC section, right? They have greens here. Look at how pretty those greens are. And above the sections, you'll see fat quarters, which is cool because you can go right to that section and grab your fat quarters. We've got some animal prints here. And more. They've got a few novelties here. I love me some quilt books. I spend the majority of the time in the book section looking at patterns and books. Another sample quilt above the fabrics. Love how they have their fat quarters displayed. It's pretty cool. And more color-coded section here. And fat quarters there. Look at that. Here is this is actually not the front. This is like to the left of the front. It's kind of the back of the store. And you'll see some more samples, again, with that country chic vibe to them. You've got your grays and your neutrals. Oh, look at the grunge. You guys know I love me some grunge fabric. They have a nice selection of grunge fabrics there. Some batiks back there in the back, some blue batiks. Look at that dress form, so cute. More samples in the front with books and fat quarters on their shelving. And for some reason, I've come back to the area that I love. Look at those By Annie zippers. I bought a few for sure. And as you come along here, you see the samples of the clam up. I love to see samples of the patterns. That way you know what you're making. And then we're going to round out to the very back of the store where the classroom is. You guys, thanks so much for coming on this journey with me. I will see you guys on the next video. Okay, bye-bye.